Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for clicking this video to see me. My name is Lena and in autumn 2018 I decided to study English seriously. Well, back then I was super frightened to speak in English in class because I thought I would say something incorrectly and everyone would laugh, and yeah, this is an example of those awkward situations which I tried to avoid as much as possible. And now, like a year later, I consider myself as an almost fluent speaker. At least I want to believe that it's true. Though I know that I still make lots of mistakes, and but it doesn't hold me back anymore. And like learning a language has changed my life. And I have to admit that the confidence is the key in it all. So in this video, guys, you will find 5 tips which will help you to build your confidence in foreign language, in English, French, I don't know, Chinese, whatever language you're now learning. If you're curious and ready, please stay tuned with me and let's move on. For the first one, we have don't be afraid of being judged. I know so many people who are too shy or too afraid to speak in foreign language, in English especially, just because they worry they will be judged. Well, have you ever felt this way? The answer, yes, right? Well, it's time to stop because nobody cares, like absolutely nobody. And okay, just imagine big cities like, I don't know, New York City or LA. And these cities are quite international, right? It means people from all over the world live there, and hearing different accents and eros in English is a common occurrence for them. There are lots of those who speak even in broken English, and nobody thinks twice about it. So if you're nice and polite, nobody will get upset because of your heavy accent or because of your grammar mistakes, because the most important thing is conversation, is the communication itself. So learning a language, studying a new language is a big challenge. So people are usually supportive, they are usually encouraging and respectful when they see someone is trying, someone who is making an attempt to speak. So don't be afraid. People will not judge you, I promise. The second one we have is practice. The best way to become comfortable speaking a new language is practice. But how do you practice if you're not confident? Well, the answer is you practice with yourself. And yes, I mean talking to yourself. And for example, if you're too scared to speak even to yourself, how will you ever speak in front of the other people? Right? So you need to start somewhere. Well, when I learn English, I practice a lot. I say as many sentences as I can. I speak out loud whenever I'm alone. Oh, I just describe everything that I see around me, what I'm eating in a day, what I'm doing in a day. Yeah, stuff like that. It sounds pretty silly, but it works. Just speak as much as possible. And once you feel comfortable speaking to yourself in English, for example, you won't be so afraid to speak with somebody else in it. Moving on to third tip is that don't be embarrassed if you don't know something. I know this is the weakness of every learner, and I'm not an exception. Well, it's very easy to feel discouraged thinking about all the things you don't know in a foreign language or in English, right? And maybe you don't know so much vocabulary, or you have difficulties in understanding native speakers. But the truth is that no matter how much you study, you will always come across unfamiliar words or phrases in regular speech. And this is a super normal thing, because even native speakers don't know some advanced words. Every time you bump into some unknown words in the conversation, ask an opposite person to stop, to slow down, and to explain. You always can say something like, I'm so sorry, I'm not good at English yet. Can you help me understand this word? Or can you please explain what does this mean? Remember this, never miss an opportunity to learn something just because you were too embarrassed to admit that you didn't get something. So yeah, just ask it and people will help you. Every word you don't know, it's an opportunity to learn it. The fourth tip is have a sense of humor. This one is super crucial because we learn through making mistakes, right? So it means don't even try to be a perfect learner because it's impossible. Even native speakers sometimes make mistakes. And that's why it's necessary to have a sense of humor so that your life will be easier. I mean, you will be able to laugh, to smile at your mistakes, and the process of learning will be more funny. And okay, I'll give you some examples of my mistakes that I've made. Let me see. Well, I mispronounced some words like purchase or basic, choir. What else? Characteristic. Yeah, I know it's a super silly mistake. For example, I also forgot S ending sounds, and I said she go to school instead of she goes to school, or I even said something like instead of conservative I said conversative. All I could do is just laugh. And you too, in each of these situations when you're making a mistake, rather than be embarrassed, just laugh or smile. Learn to make the best of every situation. Finally, the last one is take advantage of resources. Well, as we know, your confidence in English or in foreign language will improve through practice. But it's especially difficult to practice English or foreign language when you live in a place with very few native speakers, right? So how do you get that practice? Well, here are some actions you can do, okay? Thanks YouTube. You can watch YouTube videos in order to practice your listening skill and to improve your speaking skill. What else you can do? You can research, study abroad programs, immersion programs, or find pen pals. Well, you can look for English language club in your city and go to meetup.com, seek for groups that meet in order to practice English. And also, well, let me see what else you can do. Find tourist spots in your city, like the most popular, and try to work there, volunteer there. This will put you face to face with English speakers. Since English is an international, all-common language, most tourists will speak it in some form. So yeah, be brave and don't be afraid. You can do it, I know it. Just try to put yourself in new situations, out of your comfort zone so that you can learn something new and improve yourself. Yay, we finished! Oh my gosh. Well, I hope these tips will help you to overcome your fear of speaking English or any other foreign language. So, the most important thing is that believe in yourself, believe in your ability, because I don't know, sometimes we can't imagine how much we can do, how much we can learn. So yeah, just do it, just speak it, just learn it, and everything will be alright. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you guys in the next episode of my videos. Bye!